The woman I married came from a parallel reality. Her kind is forbidden from forming emotional bonds with anyone in these lesser worlds. Still, she fell for me the second our eyes met. Every time her heart stirred for me, it unleashed a soul-rending punishment from her dimension. She had already endured that agony 99 times on my behalf. Then I was snatched and dragged into cartel territory where I was beaten and tortured day after day. Just as I was about to break, I remembered the secret method Jocelyn had once taught me, a way to make contact with her across the plains. I activated the link, but instead of reaching her, I stumbled into a conversation between my wife and her mentor. Jocelyn, how could you personally contact that syndicate and have them take Silas? Isn't he the love of your life? My wife's voice turned to ice. That suffering was originally destined for the side character, Julian. Deflecting it onto Silas was the only way to spare him. Silas is the protagonist of this realm. He is shielded by fate. Nothing can truly touch him. The moment this mission is finished, I can remain in this dimension forever. I'll repay him then. Everything inside me shattered. When the brutes closed in around me once more, I let go of any will to resist. TSK, this one's bones are tough. Another woman's voice, dripping with sarcasm, echoed in the dank room. A searing pain shot up my left leg. The agony was so intense that a pained grunt finally escaped my lips. Oh, decided to make a sound, have we? The first woman seemed to find this amusing. I forced my eyes open. The woman leaning over me was caked in garish makeup, her face twisted with a sick excitement. She brandished a red-hot iron rod in front of my face, then shoved it violently into my chest. "Arr," I screamed. It felt like my insides were boiling, the burning sensation spreading through every nerve in my body. That is more like it. It is no fun if you don't scream, the woman cackled, satisfied. She then pressed the rod against the other side of my chest. I clenched my jaw, fighting to stay silent. I knew the more I struggled, the more they enjoyed it. All I could do was endure, praying for it to end. They'd already severed the tendons in my wrists and ankles. I was nothing but a broken toy for them to abuse. Which number is this? Have we used 8 different instruments yet? It was Jocelyn's voice, clear and crisp as always, coming through the connection. This is the 7th. Does it really have to be so exact? Her mentor asked, a hint of pity in her tone. You know Silas was the one who saved you back then. Why are you so determined to repay this debt to Julian? My eyelashes trembled. During that landslide years ago, I was the one who clawed through the rubble to dig her out. I carried her to safety before collapsing from exhaustion. When I woke up, she insisted that Julian was her savior. No matter how I tried to explain, she wouldn't believe me. It turns out, it wasn't that she didn't believe me. She was doing it on purpose. Marrying Silas already betrayed Julian's devotion to me. I don't want him to suffer through this too, Jocelyn said. If a man goes through something like this, his life is ruined. Jocelyn sighed, her voice filled with a hollow guilt. Lying on the filthy plank of wood, I laughed until tears streamed down my face. She knew this would ruin a man's life, yet she was still so heartless. She claimed to love me, but she was the one who pushed me into this hell. Did her betrayal not count? A sharp pain erupted in my abdomen. I gasped for air, but all that came out was blood. One of the men across the room yelled in panic. What is wrong with him? Is he dying? Her mentor's voice grew tense. Jocelyn, Silas is fading. He is. Don't tell me the details. Jocelyn cut her off, her voice strained with pain. It'll hurt too much. Okay, next, let's destroy his ability to be a man. What? Her mentor exclaimed. Don't you want children? I thought you loved kids. I'll love Silas even if he can't have children, even if we have a sexless marriage. It has to be exactly the same. Otherwise, the events of the book will happen to Julian instead. Jocelyn's tone was unwavering, but to me, it sounded like the devil's whisper. Soon, someone brought over a pair of large rusted pliers. Even in my despair, a primal fear seized me, and I tried to scramble back